Hello, IMH readers and listeners. I am Jake Klein, and I'm here with former NFL receiver Bennie Fowler. Bennie, thanks for coming on with us today.
Hey, thank you, Jake, for having me.
So first off, you're from Michigan. You went to Michigan State. What was that experience kind of like? Kind of being able to play your home state university for the Spartans.
It was an incredible experience. Just being only an hour away from home, my parents were always able to make it up to the games. It was just so much fun, and the relationships that I developed there are always going to carry over with me. I still talk to a lot of those guys to this day. So my experience up there was incredible. Just the 5 years that I spent up there, the things that we were able to accomplish as a team, getting my degree, and just the relationships that I built. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you mentioned you spent 5 years there. You had a redshirt year and you battled some injuries during your sophomore year. Eventually went undrafted in the NFL draft. How did you sort of overcome those challenges?
Just putting life into perspective, and when you could really connect with your goals, you'll be able to achieve them. And going undrafted was not going to be the end of my journey. I knew I wanted to play in the NFL, and I knew I had the ability to. So it was just finding the right situation, and I chose to come to Denver as an undrafted free agent. And I learned so much as a rookie, being on the practice squad and working with guys like Peyton and being around Demaryius Thomas, Wes Welker, Emmanuel Sanders, and learning so much. And then being able to apply that after my rookie year, and then making the team, and then eventually winning the Super Bowl. And now I'm going into my seventh season.
Sort of on that topic, you played, as you mentioned, and won Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos. Sort of take me back to that game. You caught a 2-point conversion from Peyton. What did it mean to you to sort of win that in your first full season as a member of an NFL team?
It meant a lot. When it comes to catching the last pass of a future Hall of Famer in Peyton, it means a lot because it comes down to trust, especially when you're playing with a guy like that. He has to trust you in a moment, and especially in a big moment like that. So that really meant a lot to me, just how far I came as a player, how far we came as a team that year. There were a lot of ups and downs that year, especially on offense for us, but we stuck together, and we were able to win the ultimate goal of winning the Super Bowl, and that's something that people can never take from us.
Definitely. In terms of that Super Bowl win, if you had to pick one, that ring or your 2014 Rose Bowl win with Michigan, which one would you choose to have?
With Michigan State?
Yeah, with Michigan State.
What would I choose? I would choose both. I don't know if I could choose between the two because they're both significant. Michigan State means so much to me, but also winning a Super Bowl, you can't take that for granted just because you see people play 14, 15 years, get to the game, or maybe not get to the game at all and never win it. So I can't even choose. I don't know. That Super Bowl ring is crazy, but also that Rose Bowl ring, because Michigan State hadn't been to the Rose Bowl in 26 years, and we were able to win that my senior year. So they both mean a lot, and both are significant to me.
Definitely. So you mentioned you caught Peyton's last pass during that game. You played with Peyton and then more recently with Eli Manning. How did playing with those guys sort of help you out as a player? What kind of things were they able to teach you?
You can always learn. There are always lessons. If you're always constantly present, you can always constantly learn lessons from the things and people around you. And Peyton and Eli both, they hold you accountable. They teach you the discipline that they have, the importance of routine, the importance of connecting with people, the importance of treating everybody the same. They teach you a lot. So, I learned a lot from those guys as football players, but also just things that are going to help me overall in life, and just, going about your business the same way every single day and being consistent.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite of the quarterbacks you've played with from college to the NFL? I know there's been a couple of them. After Peyton in Denver was Trevor Siemian, your probably around Paxton Lynch a little bit. Do you have a favorite guy?
No, I've had a lot of great quarterbacks from Peyton to Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler, Zach
Mm-hmm.
Dysert,
Yep.
Paxton Lynch, Eli Manning. I played with Tom Brady for a week. That was incredible. Brian Hoyer, Kirk Cousins at Michigan State was my quarterback.
Yep.
And then, recently Daniel Jones. Those are all good friends of mine, all people who've had a very important part in my career, in my development as a receiver, but also as a person. So, no, I don't have a favorite, but I love all those guys.
Yeah, you mentioned Peyton and Eli and some of those other guys sort of helping you out in terms of some life lessons in addition to some on the field stuff. You've sort of taken on a similar role recently. You just had a book come out called Silver Spoon. You've done some public speaking work, I guess, without spoiling too much of that stuff. What have those projects been like for you?
They've been a lot of fun, and it's something I can develop and use for life after football, especially the public speaking, and also the book. It just gets me in so many more doors with being able to tell somebody that you've read a book, you have written a book. So, just very blessed to be in the situations that I'm in, and continue to share the stories that I've been around or the stories that I've had with the people that I've been around. So, I just really appreciate all those people, and I'm thankful for all of them.
What's the significance of that title, Silver Spoon?
Just because I come from the suburbs of Detroit, and a lot of people think that silver spoons or people who grow up with means are spoiled and that they don't work hard. And I want people to understand that I had nothing in my life has been given to me. I've had to earn my scholarship to Michigan State. I had to earn my way onto the Broncos. I had to earn my way onto the playing field. I had to earn my trust with Peyton. All that stuff was earned. None of that was given to me. So you always hear these stories about NFL athletes or athletes in general that just are, sad and come from crazy situations, and this is why they work so hard. Well, I don't come from a situation like that, but I work just as hard. So I wanted to share that with people, and the fact that you don't have to follow a certain guy or a certain path to success. You can create your own path. So there is no perfect way to become a professional athlete or a CEO. You just have to work hard. You have to apply the lessons that you've learned. You have to goal set. You have to have discipline. You have to be able to handle adversity and handle success.
That's awesome. You mentioned, you're still sort of preparing for the NFL season. Obviously, sort of an unprecedented situation around the world of sports right now. Has this pandemic had any effect on your preparation for next year?
Preparation? No, it hasn't had any effect on my preparation. Just because I'm still able to go out there and run and do my footwork drills and catch passes. But in terms of this is a serious thing, and my prayers go out to everybody who's dealing with this virus in terms of their family and everything like that. So, but in terms of my preparation, no, it hasn't changed much.
How about maybe something a little different this off season than some off seasons past, where you're not locked up in a contract, so maybe a little more to prove. Looking for perhaps a new destination. Does that change anything?
No, it doesn't change anything. I pretty much, as an undrafted guy, I'm always playing on like a 1 year deal. So,
Mm-hmm.
I always have to be ready, be prepared for every situation, which is, kind of how my career has gone in the NFL, which I'm good with.
Mm-hmm.
That's what life is all about. You have to prove yourself every single day. So, that's what I'm constantly working on, just improving myself as a man and as a player. And, I'm ready for any situation.
Awesome. Well, Benny, one last question that we ask everyone who we have on here at IMH. If you had to take on one mascot, it could be NFL, college, anything. If you had to take on one mascot in a fight, who would you pick?
think the Stanford mascot's just like a tree or something.
That's a good answer. That's a good one. Well, Benny, thanks for coming on with us today. Really appreciate it. And yeah,
Hey, Jake, appreciate you having me, man. Thank you.
thank you.